Journal entry, 31st of the month of December, in the year of our Lord, 1082. My beautiful wife has given birth to our son, Alderic, and I couldn't be happier. Yet dark clouds have appeared over France and over my family. King Philippe, a man whom I admired, despite all his shortcomings from diplomatic dealings I had at his court at the behest of Duke Baudouin, has passed away, consumed by the illness that had plagued him for so long. With him, the House of Capet has lost its power, to be replaced by the sodomite Robert III of Bourgogne of the Robertine dynasty. As a known associate of the late king and a growing military force, House de Villeron has been shunned, while they are afraid to move against us openly, lest my renown across the lands tarnish their own. No local lord dares deal with us in official function. Contracts have all but dried up, no matter where we go, and I fear if we stay much longer, the hostility of House Bourgogne might become apparent. I must keep my family safe. Alas, we shall have to move east once more and gather our strength. Peyronel, ever the wise voice in my ear, has counseled that we should move east and stay in the Holy Roman Empire under the protection of Kaiser Heinrich until the time comes for us to return. The king is dead, and already the new king, his successor, King Robert III, is afflicted with the consumption, and rumors are that his reign may be very short-lived. We shall see. For now, we have moved over to Saarbrücken. There has been a death in our camp as well. The wife of Takulf, Daria, who we have picked up in the east a long time ago and who has caused a lot of problems. She has died of pneumonia, which means that Takulf once again has lost his spouse and his heart has been broken once more. But to his consolation, he has a son, Volkhard, and the two of them will continue living in our camp. Meanwhile, we have made our way to Saarbrücken and we shall visit the castle holding. We're amassing a little bit of money at this point, and that is necessary because we do need to upgrade our military. Our forces are very small at this point, and for that we shall, for now, while we are not welcome in France, for now we shall sell our services east and also work on the knight errant task. So any kind of righteous jobs are very much welcome. But for now, let's have a quick look at the castle holding. Saarbrücken Castle. I am accompanied by Fine by now, my master of spoils. Let's see if there's any capable knights. He is vengeful, so I am a bit careful about that. Almerich might be a good choice, however, for a knight. Let's see. 135 is not too bad, actually. He is a coward, but he is quite strong and quite strong of body. So while he is chaste, lazy, and shy, he is a capable hunter, and I think he'd be a good choice. So let's get Almerich to join our camp and have a quick look at the tavern. I think I'm all through with the stories. Yeah, not really. All right. Let's head back. Let's see if we can pick up some supplies since we're here. Not really. So back to camp it is. And there is a very intriguing contract out in the barony of Luxembourg and the kingdom of Lotharingia. The king himself, King Gerhard, is calling for a treasure hunt. So that might actually be something that we would like to pick up. There's a call for a rescue of a fair subject, however. Well, if the king calls for a treasure hunt, who are we to refuse while we are waiting for the situation in France to change? So let's gather some provisions while we are here. Let's see what we can find. I could gain ill trait if I'm not careful, or I could send Thibaut to go out and hunt, but he's got a relatively low chance of actually being successful. So Yeah, we'll use the snares. It is March, so spring, so we should be pretty good, and we got 900 provisions out of that. Nice. All right, so let's see where let's go to the court of King Gerhard of Lotharingia and see where he is going to send us. A delegation from King Gerhard of Lotharingia saunters through the flaps of my great tent. Greetings, adventurer, speaks an envoy. Many are the roads of this world and treacherous. If you work for Lotharingia, my liege would pay well for your expertise. The king has a grand vision for gathering an assortment of handicrafts from exotic places. However, his duties cannot be held off. Thus, he offers you the opportunity to search the world for a suitable artifact for his collection. Okay, so that is a bit of a quest and a journey and a half, but as we are, which is not quite what we were out to do here, but it might provide a suitable opportunity to earn some coin and to see if we can gain the king's favor. So let's have a look. An exciting adventure awaits those bold enough to venture into faraway lands seeking word of gold, jewels, treasure, and fame. Will I succumb to base temptation, to the deadly journey, or will I fulfill my obligation? Okay, treasure hunt. We're having a few options where we can go. In Northern Europe, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, or North Africa. Since we are in Western Europe, we'll see what we can find here. So it does send us to Ireland. Okay, that means there is. We're gonna have to cancel the high stakes bartering probably. Dublin is the target. So let's see if we can organize that a little bit, and maybe see if we can make some. Actually, let me see if we can make some coin on the way. So we will have to hire an experienced captain for the passage, but and we might have to customize the route a bit through England, the wild lands of England, but this should be doable. All right, that should avoid most of the dangers, and I think with that, actually, can we? Yeah, we can probably avoid the hills of Beda as well. Is there anything we want to pick up on the way? Not really. Okay, I'll change this one still, and then we'll be on our way towards once again through English lands towards the faraway place of Dublin, and to see if there's a famed treasure over there. And we have hired Bourguigne, a content altruist. She is humble, patient, and gregarious. Does know how to handle a sword, but is lacking the strength. And she is. How do I put this? She does enjoy spending time with hired companions. Let me put it that way. All right. So she knows the route, and she will be our captain on these travels. 176 speed, very good. And as this camp's captain, the two of my more notable followers wish to wed. It's my right to have the last word. They live within my protection, travel on my animals, and break my bread, after all. Today's hopeful couple are Bourgogne and Enguerrand. What, that is a surprise indeed. With everything else in place, they only await me waving my permission, or else signaling my defiance. So, the captain we just hired, and Enguerrand, one of my oldest followers, who is at this point an aspiring blade master himself. He is our stooge, but he actually has a way with words and has a fairly good prowess as well. So I think we are definitely going to be permitting the union. And while everybody's used to making fun of Enguerrand, he is now a respectable family man. We may actually have to replace him with somebody else. Or yeah, but I don't want to fire him because that's going to I think make him more angry. But we're not humiliating him. We're just doing good-natured ribbing. The fields of Aachen are a sight to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem luscious. I quickly tracked down the source of the verdancy, spotting a woman standing in a field, seemingly holding a lecture of some sort to a gathering of listeners. She is Ermengarde, the Green. She notices me at a distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast, yes, incomparably vast, so stay a while and listen. We could get the gardener trait. How long would that take, however? 14 days, that's not too bad. I think we can stop a little bit and see. Well, no, we just got down to earth. There was a 50-50 chance. We could see what we could learn, and now we are back on our way and making our path through the Duchy of Brabant, and then crossing the seas under the watchful eye of our newlywed captain, and then we'll be making landfall in Bridlington. A hook on Conrad von Luxembourg has expired, but other than that, not much. Okay, not really interested what the British are up to, but we are traveling at great speed, actually, really, through their lands here. Picking up coin from trade wherever we can. And the campfire crackles, illuminating a figure entering our circle. He moves with vigor, despite the lateness of the hour, hand wrapped around a walking stick. Do you have a place for a man of God? Okay. Such figures are well known in Catholic circles. Traveling preachers. However, he is Idrid the heathen of Leicester. Okay, he is a monk, but he is also a bit of, I would say, open-minded person. Okay, we could get him to join. He does know how to swing a blade, so however, he is vengeful and he is a zealous antagonist. So I think we'll just be listening to his stories. And then we're up again at a ship crossing the sea. We have gained a level of devotion, so we are a devoted servant at this point. The sea is calm and forgiving today, still as a boulder and a powerful wind at our back to boot. It seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below, but then I spot the mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first into some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate, yet I feel compelled to go and investigate this mysterious wreck. We might find something of value indeed. Okay, let us investigate, because we are brave, so that is going to delay us, but we might possibly find. Much to my surprise, I begin to hear a voice hailing our ship as we approach the wreckage. The man appears to be a wealthy noble floating around on the remains of a door. Bracken. Hail! I thought I was never to see another soul again before the sea would claim me as it did my companions. He introduces himself as Bracken, claims to be a noble from the lordship of Inismon, and has offered to pay for safe passage and company. Of course. Yeah, I don't think we have much of a use for him, but of course we shall help you to shore. We're not going to get him to join the entourage. All right. So he is coming with us. We've been delayed a bit looking at the ship. And I arrive at Dublin, visiting the local fishmongers guild, chasing hints of curiosities in the area, but with no luck. I stop by the gates of the castle where I notice a pair of locals. I am not duping you, Fletbertach. I'm gonna try to even pronounce these Irish names. They have acquired the hide of the wild stag of Poitiers. I just saw them carry it into the castle, speaks the first Irish. It won't be easy, but perhaps we can get it, answered the second with a twinkle in his eye. So we have the hide of the wild stag of Poitiers, which is currently held by Earl Murchad of Dublin. So I'm extremely sorry if I'm butchering these names. I have no idea how to pronounce them. So we can join the thieves. and or we can pay 75 to get to buy the stag of it, or we can threaten them. We intimidate them, yes, and that has a 100% chance. So we're doing that. You people are thieves anyway, so give it to me now, and I shall see to it that it returns, well, to the king, who has been asking me to look for these things. We outnumber you 2 to 1. Are you sure about that? You're not. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Okay. Send it to King Gerhard, and King Gerhard will become the owner. We gain 200 gold, and we have successfully completed the treasure contract and excelled at our contract, which means we can probably we can ask for some additional payment. So we will get that, and we can potentially even ask him for a favor when we get back. So, okay. Personal bouts domicile building has been constructed in camp. That's all the way back here. So that means we now have to once again upgrade the proving grounds. We have made a bit of coin, and we can employ a heavy infantry captain. And I think Radomir is going to be a great choice for that. He's already our master of arms. Yeah, no, he's already our master of arms, actually. I think all of them are going to improve heavy infantry by a vast amount. So maybe we'll give that honor to Thierry. He's been with us. That's another Thierry, actually. I was thinking he's a bit young for. We should have another Thierry somewhere. It's a bit young for that. Farah the Brave, my knight. Yeah, Farah the Brave has been with us for a long time, and he shall be our heavy infantry captain. I do want somebody with a bit of experience. All right, construction underway, and we are making our way back through the English lands. See if we can trade a little, but I think we've just come through here, so there's not an awful lot to be gained. And then we'll be returning to our abode in Luxembourg, or near Luxembourg, really. And Count Thierry has okay, that's interesting. Has issued a contract to join a peasant uprising against Thomas. So there's a peasant revolt. A peasant revolt in Lotharingia. Okay. Not too sure about these. I've had bad experiences with these things before. The king won't. We might ask the king for a tournament, to be honest. But for now, we'll be making our way back, and we have the seas around here are thick with Dutch traders going about. So, what are they selling? Bejeweled scriptures, learning per level of devotion. Okay, I do have a fair amount of devotion, and I don't think I have a journal yet. 50 for that. Learning lifestyle experience, not really that important. Additional piety. Not entirely convinced that this is what I need. It would give me a bit of learning skill, which is generally nice, but do I need it? Nah, not quite something that we absolutely need. All right, making our way back through the lands, and we'll see what's new once we make our way back to our camp. As I get up in the early morning, I cannot help letting out a loud yawn. Stretching, I make my way out of my tent to see that people are already moving about. I notice Peronelle heading off with what looks like a makeshift fishing rod through all the noise and bustle at camp. "Where are you off to?" I ask her. She responds with a nonchalant shrug. "It's a nice day for fishing, ain't it?" That sounds like a good idea, actually. We could, let me join you. We'll go for some fishing, and then we will be returning back to camp. While we have been away, the king once again has passed in France to be replaced by a King Eudes II, who is a bit of a spender. He is pretty wrathful, but at least for now, the war against England seems to have ended with the Normandy still mostly part of the English. But with that, we may actually be welcome once more in Paris. But for now, we'll wait and see what news will be brought. And we've got a few things to do in the knight errant tree. So we shall be going to rescue a fair subject for Count Hermann II. We should be able to get that done, and it gives us some trade experience in the knight errant trade. 5 is not an awful lot, though. That would do better. Passage of arms, that's 5 as well. Oh well, we'll do the fair subject, and that is just something we cannot forego. But we may have to get through the mountains probably, unless we're going the long way around, which is probably not a terrible idea because these mountain passes are treacherous. So let's go around the long way. We can do some trading while we're there to Colmar, and then we'll return via the same route. All right. And with that, we can be on our way, and we can see. Is there anybody who? No, the mayor will not pay us. There we can make some coin on the way. Yep, there we go. And we'll get to the balanced range, balanced approach. Yes, we go for the balanced approach. Elisa is going to be our footpad for this, and Constantia is going to be our lookout. And then we've got a good choice of strong men, including good old Richard the Brave. All right, time to execute the scheme, seize the moment, and we have rescued Gertrude, the beautiful Gertrude, who's an irrational blackguard, which means she's very dishonorable. Once again, they are beautiful on the outside, but not so much on the inside. So yeah, no, we're not going to invite her to the camp because these things always go wrong when we get people like that. We've got a long path ahead of us. Let us return. All right, so that's done. The Constantia, who is married to Farah, the wife of Farah the Brave, has been, she's a Polish woman, has been given the nickname the Noble. So she is definitely one of the better people, and she, as many other women, including my very own Peronel, knows how to swing a sword. How's my son doing, by the way? He's got his first birthday, and so far we can't not really do an awful lot of things. I don't think I have any artifacts. Oh, we're probably carrying around something that we can sell, to be honest. We'll do that when we get back to camp. What do I have laying around here? Yeah, that thing. Anything in need of repair? Not really. Most of the things are still in good shape. But yeah, that the potsherd, that thing, I really don't need that. So we can sell that when we're back in Saarbrücken. But interesting news has reached us from Duke Baudouin, our old friend. He is fed up with the king's rule. He sends open invitations for all who oppose the king to join his attempt at the throne itself. So he has, I believe, in his old age, he is a bit of an old drunkard, but in his old age, he is the king's marshal. In his old age, he is having delusions of grandeur. So as much as he is our friend, I think standing up against the king is asking a little bit much here. So I don't think we'll be necessarily joining that particular endeavor. We are still building up our own forces, and we still have to get up on the right doer path. But yeah, that seems like a bit of a lost cause, to be honest. But let's quickly head over to the castle and see that we can get rid of that potsherd. Okay, so that should be it, and the rest I think is all equipped. Yes, the rest is all equipped. I still miss a crown or a helmet maybe, and a journal. I am no king, so why should I be wearing a crown? There is a mercenary contract all the way in the east, but that's again plague territory. So the Holy Roman boils are spreading in Bohemia. So Margrave Conrad, given the numerical superiority, he's probably going to be done before we even get there. So we will see. We will see what we can do next. I think for now we are actually going to. We could probably ask King Gerhard to host a tournament for us and see if we can get some gold out of anybody. Not really, but let's see if we can ask the king for a grand tournament. I think that would be a good. That would possibly be a good distraction and get an opportunity for us to once more show off our prowess. And in the face of a new king in France, make our name known once more. So that's expensive though in terms of prestige. But why not? We'll ask him. All right. That should happen relatively soon. In the meantime, we'll probably just help out with some ruffians while we make our way closer to France, really. So, although it's for the king, so we're probably better off just moving to Luxembourg. All right, let's move over and see when the tournament becomes available. And then camp moved to Luxembourg. And I think I have the... notify me when there's tournaments. All right. So while we are waiting for the King of Lotharingia to make his decision, we can help actually, because the kingdom has a problem with a peasant uprising, and there is a structure. There is a structure in the world. So the peasants should not necessarily be fighting their masters. That said, going up against basically amounts to unarmed opponents and untrained opponents feels like does not feel like a just cause. So instead, we'll help out the Prince Bishop Roger of Chalon once more. That we may have to go around a little bit just to make sure that we are getting the safer route. There we go. And while we're doing that, we're waiting for they're already in battle with the peasants, so I think this is beneath us, to be honest. All right, let's just get on with it, and I do have to make sure I get the best people on the right side, otherwise things are going to take forever. And here it's not so important. That's just a success chance. All right, we should be done with that relatively quick until the tournament becomes available. Saint-Tulle, I think, he is French, has fallen in love with a woman, but she's a bit older than him. She is scarred, disfigured, possessed, and all around a little bit crazy. So I am not entirely certain what he sees in her, but who am I to... her spouse has died from... Okay, let's call it measles. In suspicious circumstances. She's not an evil person. She is a godless paragon. She's very honorable, but she's also very cynical. Now, cynical I can deal with, as long as they don't start stabbing people. So if that's what he wants, then I shall be helping. We have completed our contract successfully, and with that we are one step further down the knight-errant path. But the tournament in Trier is on. So while we are upgrading the camp once more, we've got the Lockwagon, we've got the personal bouts. I think the next one we needed was for the heavy cavalry. That was where was it? What else do we have actually? We can't do this. We can't do this. We can't do this either. That's the wrong type. This is for pikemen. This is for light infantry. Where's the heavy cavalry? Light cavalry, camo. Am I missing it? Here we go. Nightly boarding drills. Okay, 216 is a lot, but we'll go for it. It does upgrade our heavy cavalry. So while that's happening, we shall be joining the King Gerhard's Grand Tournament and make our way there. I have arrived at the site of the tournament here in Trier. All right, can't wait for it to start. We can. We'll see. My intent, triumph. Yeah, definitely. We shall triumph. We shall see that we can triumph. My bow aptitude is pretty bad, but and my horse as well. I might have to. But we are going in for a duel, so I think that is exactly what I'm here for. All right, where can we go? We can meet the other contestants. We can we can maintain our artifacts, which might be interesting. We don't have any stress to reduce. So we could either go to the village, but I think I'll go to the artisan quarters for now. Upon seeing my armor, Helene actually, since we're in the Holy Roman Empire, puts her hand on her hips and exhales loudly. Well, the job's a big one, of course it is. Shouldn't take all too long for someone of my prodigious talents, of course. She grins toothily at me. I look at the armor. It seems fine to me. She catches my skepticism and shakes her head. Now, it definitely needs a go-over. I wouldn't suggest it if it didn't. So we can... we can have our armor increased, but we could also have it decreased. So, let's see. We'll give her 50 coin. Let's see what she can do. She is, well, she seems to know what she's doing. So, my armor has been improved. That is good. So, if I look at my armor now, where is my armor? So, was that permanent, or is that only temporary? I'm not entirely certain. It said it was improved, but well, we'll find out. Boisterous revelry. We'll drink. We can join the people. For a cup of wine, but honestly, no. I don't think they're all drunkards. Not much. I find myself making such noises when sitting down at the camp. Yeah, I'm getting on in age here, 33. We'll get rested and refreshed. So far, I've been spending money mostly on this tournament, rather than making any. All right, but we have qualified for the duel contest. Okay. So who are we fighting? Gotzolo von Neuchâtel. Okay. 17 prowess versus 72 prowess. I think we can take him. All right. We shall face Gotzolo von Neuchâtel. And we shall not be betting because that is... gambling is of the devil. So I am ready. And no, we are not... we are absolutely not sabotaging anyone. Who else are we fighting, actually? So we've got Earl Norman of Berkshire from England. He is, despite his receding hairstyle, he is not bad. We've got Gotzolo von Neuchâtel, and we've got Count Welf IV of Ravensburg, who is not particularly great in what he does. No, we're not sabotaging anybody. Okay. Someone has been caught in the act of sabotage. Count Henrik was tampering with Count Welf's armor, weakening the leather points that secure the components. That is shameless indeed. So, he gets known saboteur for 3 years, and yeah, definitely he is disqualified from the contest, as he should be, rightfully so. All right, so we're up against Godzilla von Neuchâtel, and I think I should. Yeah, we're not trying to. We're not trying to fight unfair. I will concentrate on the fight, and we will get onto it. All right, a screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's length, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I considered distracting my opponent with words. I am winning this fight by some margin. I just need to hold it together for a few moments more. All right, so we can go for a prowess martial challenge. We could actually go prowess diplomacy challenge, which would be better. Yeah, we're going for that then. Prowess and diplomacy. And with that, I think we have been victorious. Have we? Yes. So I sense the win. He is I've brought him low, and I have knocked him out of the tournament. All right. That could not have gone any better. Quarterfinals are over. Bernard of the Lion de Beauvais, Lord Edgar of the Wonders of the Plank. Oh yeah, he's not bad either. And he is is he an adventurer? Yeah, he is an adventurer as well. Earl Norman of Berkshire, yeah, and Renaud. Renaud, not my caravan master. That's somebody. No, it's me. Is he? No, that's a. Okay, I am very confused. I have found my twin, apparently. Anyway, my next contest, the next opponent will be Earl Norman of Berkshire, and he is quite skilled. So despite coming on in age, he knows what he is doing. I can do this. We shall face each other. Okay. Time slows as Norman's sword arcs in overhead, blades singing through the air. It's no insignificant blow. If I stay where I am, it will do me more than enough damage. The matter should be a simple one, as such a wild attack leaves its instigator open to a counter, but there lies a nagging feeling at the back of my mind. The grimace snarl Norman had as he launched the blow was understandable given the effort, but I fancied the tiniest glimmer of satisfaction in it. His eyes, too, almost seemed to dart towards my side as he set up the move. Is it all a feint? It's time to act. So we can counter for a 93% chance. We can block for 94% chance, or we just concede. We're not doing that. I'd say, yeah, we'd rather block than chance a counter. So actually, the counter increases my chance greatly. So 93%, we can do that. I've got you. And the screeching chorus of metal on metal rings, yes, I'm winning the fight. So that has gained the respect of my opponent. And we're going again for the diplomacy prowess chance. And with that, I think we, at least, if that's, yes, we have pulled the victory. We've knocked out Earl Norman, and we'll be facing Lord Edgar the Lionheart of the Wonders of the Plank, fellow adventurer, really, but I doubt that he can. I doubt that he can stand up to me. All right, well, let's face him. Lord Edgar is the last contestant in the finals. My body thuds into the wooden wall at the edge of the arena, Edgar having bodily hurled me there with a snarl. No sooner has he done so than Edgar's face morphs into a smug smile, and to my astonishment, he turns away from me completely. Raising his arms to the baying crowd, he curls his arms up and flexes in the imitation of a traveling strongman. The cheers from the crowd redouble. Those fickle peasants are eating it up. All right, so I could flex to the crowd as well. Shall we play his game then? We will of course not use that, but I can play this game. We'll flex to the crowd as well. All right, but now we've got him where we want him to be, and once again we use the prowess diplomacy challenge, and I think with that we should come out victorious in the end, simply due to my mastery of the blade. He yields, the judges called it, and I have won. Okay, and with that, we trumpet sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble, contest is over. Bernard, Captain Bernard is the winner. There are none in Lotharingia that can match my skill. Okay, we have gained 40 coin and we'll receive a prize. And we've got gifted duelist. So that gives us a fair amount of prowess actually. But the tournament is not yet over. So in the next episode we shall see how the wrestling contest is going to turn out.